This week we're going to talk about Pu-erh. Now, I didn't burp. What I'm talking about is Pu-erh. This is a type of tea that is loved in China, but hardly known here in this country. And today, we're going to become experts about Pu-erh. All the information in today's segment you can find in my Ultimate Tea Diet book. Have you picked up a copy yet? What are you waiting for? Pu-erh comes from the Pu-erh region of China, which is in the southeastern region of China on the border of Laos, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Very mountainous region, and they produce a tea that has its own unique flavor and nose. But the most interesting thing happens with this tea, and that is as you prepare your steeps from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, 6, and sometimes 20 or 30 in the older Pu-erhs that we're going to discuss, the tea begins to open and it becomes a citrus grove. Oranges, wonderful scents of lemon and all the blossoms. And that's why this Pu-erh tea is renowned throughout China and starting to make its way into this country. And by the way, Pu-erh is the only tea that is better, older than fresh. The older Pu-erh you find, the better the flavor. It just so happens I have here one of my prize-winning Pu-erhs that I bought at auction in China, and this is from 1952. We sell this for $3,000 an ounce. That's right. This is from 1952. It's no different than a fine Burgundy or Bordeaux that you cellar. Same thing happens with these Pu-erh cakes. These are cellared and they're brought out year after year, placed into auction, and tea tenders like myself end up purchasing it. Now, you've probably never seen a beautiful Pu-erh cake or a tea cake for that matter, and this is nothing more than the tea leaves placed into like a round disc, pressed down, and put into the cellars to age. Now, why do the Chinese do this? It's because they don't have a lot of room in their homes, and they have many pounds of tea. So, we're not going to taste this 52 today, but if you want to come into my store, we can taste it at any particular time that you wish. Let me put this away, and we'll put this back into the Dr. T's special secret, super secret, double super secret locker that we have here at Dr. T's. And let me show you how to make a wonderful cup of tea today using a smaller tea cake. This is the 1997 ceremonial Pu-erh that I obtained, which was the winner of last year's Tea Expo in China. So when you have a tea cake like this, what you do is you just literally take your hands, break it off, and you break off the proper amount of tea. When you're using a tea strainer, it's no different than using a teapot. You put in just enough tea to coat the bottom of the strainer like that. Put that into the cup, and here we're going to add a nice amount of hot water. And 2 to 3 minutes later, we are going to have ourselves a wonderful cup of Pu-erh. So here we are 2 minutes later, 2 to 3 minutes later, and our wonderful Pu-erh is now been steeped. Now, this amount of Pu-erh that I have here today is going to be used minimum 6 to 8 more times. And each steep is going to provide you a different nose and a different palate. This is Dr. T. You've been listening to Tea Tips, all about Pu-erh. And next show, stay tuned because we're going to have some special guests talking about their favorite tea.